Please let me throw some big footballs. Or, hey, if he went to New England, please let me throw some flat footballs. Yeah. No one's going to tell him no at this point.
I don't think so.
Especially Denver. Who do they got to replace
They don't
him?
have anybody to replace.
Exactly.
But sometimes moving in the different direction means we're going to suck for a couple of years, and we know it, so we're going to bite the bullet and do it.
I don't think they're going to suck.
I think it's
I
kind of
don't think
like a
they're gonna
Kobe
suck
thing.
either.
If Peyton wants to play, they're going to let him play. And,
Right.
Just
Yeah, and if he
see what
says he can go
happens.
one more, Peyton's so competitive that
Right.
even if his body's failing him, he's still going to get them 8 to 10 great games.
Right. And I think, unlike Kobe, if he's not in football shape, he'll say it.
Yeah. Yeah, if he wasn't going to be healthy, he would quit.
Kobe would say if he's not in football shape.
That's true.
Yeah.
Only football, though.
Only football.
I mean, you take a big man to admit he's not in football shape, but nothing else. Marshawn Lynch says that he's unsure whether he's going to play next year. Or not.
Smoke?
Yeah, he still has a year left on his deal, which he restructured at the beginning of this year, but not sure whether he's going to come back at the ripe old age of 28.
Yeah, the guy that was like busting people's asses last year, apparently he's had a hurt back the whole year.
Sure he does.
That's what he's contemplating. It's because I guess his back has some fusion buildup or something weird like that. And
Shut up and collect your money.
I don't get it. The guy like plays more brutal than any running back in the history of the game, and he's I might quit.
Here's what he should take away from Steve Nash. Come back this year.
Until you can't carry your bags anymore.
And for fuck's sake, if you only play one game, you're going to collect your paycheck.
Right.
Yeah.
Just take the money, man.
Just take the money and, well, not run, but
You
walk
can't
her
run,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get that Skittles somehow.
I'd say. The Jets have declined Chris Johnson's option on his deal. It's a sad day when the Jets decline your option.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think of any team you'd be safe on the Jets.
Well, the Jets were stupid last year. I mean, Johnson's great, but when you have a guy like Ivory on your team and a second back already, why bring in a guy as good as Johnson just to be a splitter? He needs to be a full-time running back on a team.
Yeah.
It just didn't work, and it was a horrible decision in the first place to bring him. So he needs to go
Are
somewhere.
you saying the Jets made a horrible decision?
Oh, yes.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Dare you?
It's sad, but true.
That's rude.
Yeah, when they let Tebow go.
Yeah, that was their worst
That was
decision.
a terrible decision.
By playing fucking butt fumble Sanchez.
That's
instead.
right. Yeah.
That was the worst decision.
He should go to Minnesota in case Adrian Peterson doesn't come back or something.
Ooh, Tebow?
Chris Johnson.
Oh, Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson.
Are you sure you don't want it to be Tim Tebow?
There it is.
Yeah. Slight delay. The Packers, speaking of cold weather, have cut Brandon Bostic. You may be wondering, who is Brandon Bostic?
Yeah, who is he?
Yeah, thank you. He's the guy who fucked up that onside kick versus the Seahawks.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had one job.
To block.
Don't touch the ball and block the guy so
That's two
Jordy
jobs.
Nelson can catch it.
That's two jobs.
Sorry.
He had one job to count, and you couldn't do that. Yeah. He has been fired. So has that special teams coach, but that was like the day after the game. They're like, fuck off.
Hammer's got to fall somewhere.
That's right. Hammer fist, just like that college player.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar finishing Randy Couture off.
That's right. You'd like to finish Randy Couture off.
Sure, why not?
Oh,
He's rich.
Yeah. Jamie is Winston says he's unsure if he'll throw at the combine. This guy's such an asshat. What a fucking doucher. I'm so good, I'm not going to throw at the combine.
I mean, his college in-game throws are so good that you really don't need to see it without full pads on.
I don't know.
I think it's dumb to watch a guy throw in the non-game situations anyways.
Possibly.
Because it's not how he really plays. He's not wearing pads, so that's not how he really throws with pads on.
But I see it as I'm too good for this.
I don't think it's that. I think it's I don't want to risk maybe fucking up one day, having a bad day, and ruining my chances of being the number one pick.
Maybe this is it. Maybe the stadium at which the combine will be held is like next to a Vons.
Right.
And he's got a restraining order from all grocery stores. 500 feet.
I'll be too busy, guys.
Yeah.
Can't be throwing.
He's like 500 feet, I can't make the
I'll
combine.
be stealing.
That's right.
I'll be throwing.
Hide those crab legs, ladies. Hide those crab legs. Yeah, fuck you, Jamie is. I feel like part of the reason he won't be there is because he'll get too much questions about the whole rape situation.
Did you say he won't be at the combine or just won't throw at the
He
combine?
said he won't throw. I don't know if he'll be there or not.
He'll still be there.
Hopefully.
I mean, I don't think at this point they're going to be asking him about the rape. They never.
Oh,
asked.
I think they're going to ask.
I don't know.
They may not specifically say rape, but they're definitely going to be like, "Hey, man, can we trust you?"
Right.
You've
but
had some
he's
off
gonna
the
give
field
him-
bullshit.
He's going to give them the answer they want to hear, so it doesn't matter.
Well, unless he just totally fucks up between now and then. Somebody's going to sign him anyway.
I'm sure.
He'd be smart.
I think that's his attitude.
He'd be smart to marry a woman right now. Say, look, I'm married. I'm not.
No one's smart to
I'm not
marry a
touching any
woman.
other pussy but hers.
Yeah.
Who's smart about that? What's smart about that?
Just so he can get the number one pick.
What does that have to do with
You say I'm a one pussy man.
you? On the other hand, a one pussy woman.
Mandy's a one pussy woman. Anyone
Wow.
blonde.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot more than one pussy.
That's
woman.
right.
A lot of blondes. Jim Harbaugh was interviewed by a radio show in San Jose, where he formerly coached at, over the week. And they asked him about the whole leaving 49ers situation, and he said that they told him he wouldn't be the coach anymore. It wasn't so mutual.
No.
They told him get the fuck out.
Yeah, it was after a loss. They said, you're not going to be our coach anymore.
I don't think anybody's surprised by this.
And he didn't want to leave. He's like, I'm going to finish out
Yeah, that was
this
2
season.
games before the end of the season. He said, no, I'm going to finish out what I started, and then you can get rid of me.
Yeah. Beat the Cardinals last game of the season.
Yeah.
So
Woo, save that season.
he's a man.
Man.
It's going to be a clusterfuck this year. It really, really is.
Yeah, the Jed York appointed
Tom
coaching
Sula,
staff of the
the
49ers.
yes men all around.
Let's hope, and there's been no confirmation, but let's hope that Phil Dawson signs another year. His contract was another year deal, so hopefully he gets one more year.
We need the MVP.
Right, I'd hate to have bought a jersey for nothing.
You'd probably sure be kicking a lot of field goals this year.
Hopefully. Hopefully they can get him down close enough.
Are they going to get close enough for him?
Yeah, no. 50-yarders all the way.
Yeah.
Can they make him a punter?
He's
Yeah.
like, hey, can I get another job?
Yeah.
Get a raise here?
Yeah. Poor Lee.
I'm
Lee's
the best
gone.
player on the team.
Yeah, no more Lee.
I heard that, and then I heard right before we went on the show, Adam Gase, who former Denver Broncos offensive coordinator, now current Chicago Bears offensive coordinator, would have been.
Hey, why don't you ask the guy from New York to say the Bears
the
again?
Bears?
Yeah.
Hey, he was in Chicago for 20 years. Come on. Come on. Anyways, Adam Gase, now in Chicago offensive coordinator, would have become the 49ers head coach had they just done one of his stipulations, which is let me pick out my coordinators, and they wouldn't let him. So now we know what's going on in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's a Jed York appointed coaching staff. It's a Jerry Jones situation.
Oh God, it's terrible.
Yeah, we're fucked. Somebody take out Jed.
At least Jerry Jones has like a football passion.
Yeah.
I don't know how much passion York and Balky have.
Wonder if I get like a 2-for-1 deal on hits with Jed York and Jimmy Buss.
Yeah, seriously.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yep.
That'd be good.
Let's get it done.
Yeah. By hits, of course, I mean punches. I wouldn't do anything illegal.
Oh, no.
What else? The charges against Paul Serba. You wondering who Paul Serba is?
Yes, please.
I thought
Who's
so.
Paul Serba?
Have been dropped. He's the guy who pissed on Art Modell's grave.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
wow.
fucking hero. That guy's great.
Well, his like tube pissed on the grave, right?
That's right. He
really can't
He had a piss down
piss
his little
much.
tube through his jeans.
He
Yeah.
can't piss very well on his.
He
own.
leaked on his grave.
Yeah, he leaked on the grave.
Yeah. So, but the charges have been dropped. But that guy's great. He's got balls. Not much of a dick, but balls.
More than Lance Armstrong can say.
Well, that's
I'm
not
coming
so-
here, Ricky
yeah,
B.
the tricker gerb. Yeah. So, before we end the show, let's talk a little justice.
It's an end of justice.
I can see in the mirror that Mike's looking at asses on Facebook.
He is.
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez had another juror dismissed from his trial for quote unquote personal reasons. Judge would not say why.
Right.
Just a goodbye.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Yes. They also came out with the story that the cops testified they were testified. Thank you, brother Devon. That the cops showed up at his house the night of the killing, and we're knocking on his door. He wasn't answering. We're shining flashlights. He wasn't answering, and eventually came out like an hour and a half later. And they were like, "Why didn't you come out?" And he's like, "Because
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, you're knocking on my door and shining flashlights in my window. That's why."
Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, and they went to his next door neighbor, who happened to be the Pats, one of their coaching staff, I believe it was. And was it coaching staff? Maybe it was. Yeah, I think it was one of the coaching staff. And he's like, "You guys are knocking on his door real loud at night," and so they went on about that and blah blah blah. So the defense kind of shut down the cops story about, well, he wouldn't answer the door, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, you kind of went unannounced and started banging on his door and shining flashlights. At the window.
Right. He's kind of scared.
Yeah, so you're all dumb. That's all for Hernandez Justice.
It's Hernandez Justice.
Before we get the fuck up out of here, last week we talked. It was last week, right?
Last week?
Last week we talked about a certain poll we'd be posting on the Facebooks.
Yeah.
And that poll is up, and we have some
did.
results thus far.
The question was, what should Joseph Randle, who got busted once again for
Cowboys
having weed,
Justice.
the Dallas Cowboy running back, Joseph Randle, he got busted for weed, so we asked what Dallas or Cowboy-themed weed shop name would you prefer him to open up with?
Right.
Since that's probably what he's going to be relegated to now.
Yes.
And the four I put up were Butch Cassidy, Annie Smokley, Sacagawea, and Calamity Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm.
And by a landslide, a
Oh.
7-to-1 ratio,
Dang.
Sacagawea
Wow.
was the winner.
Ooh. That's too bad.
People like that weed inference there.
I think I
guess.
voted for Annie Smokley.
You voted for Annie
Yeah.
Smokley. I put Butch Cassidy, so at least we'll get one vote, get some differential in there.
We will.
And the fans voted for Annie Oak.
Is that poll closed or is that still
Sacagawea.
available?
It's still open.
Okay. So
We
go to
can leave it
Facebook.
open if we want.
Yeah, facebook.com/charity if you guys want to vote. It's on our Facebook page there. It's a couple of stories down by
Yeah.
now, but
you can find it. It's easy.
It's still there. It's easy. We'll probably repost it at some point during the week. This week, go Annie Smokley. Annie Smokley would be a good name for a bong, though.
Yeah.
Like in what's that weed movie?
Half
Half-Baked. Thank you. They named all their pipes and stuff. And Billy Bong Thornton,
Wesley Pipes.
Wesley Pipes. Annie Smokley would be a good name for
Yeah, it would.
for a bong there. All right, I'll stop pretending I know what I'm talking about. Oh God, I think that's everything.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Oh Jesus. Anything else we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
Good.
I think that's all the sports, right?
I think so. Let's get the fuck out of here before I ruin something else. TheCharityStrike.com is the place to go. You can get us on Facebook, facebook.com/TheCharityStrike. At The Charity Strike on the old twat box. 805-419-3679. Somebody to call, sex, text, titty pictures, anything else like that. We're on Instagram, The Charity Strike. We got our new logo going. Make sure you check out our new logo.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a
Go to
beautiful
the
thing
website.
for the beautiful people. I think that's everything. So on that note, good night, everybody.
Later, bitches.
Kevin Johnson Hall of Fame.